Here's Johnny. Hello, everyone. All good. Let's see if I can get it right. Obviously not, because that ain't what I wanted to do, is it? I know you can see, but I can't see. I have to move it, pop you back, then find it again. And away we go. Sometimes. Sometimes. So, Forrest, Fenn, the thrill of the chase. Hey, Captain Kidd, how you doing? Home of a realm on your title. What? No. Hello, hello. I haven't wrote anything about home of a realm. Or brown. Or words to that effect. Unless I can't see it. Not that I'm bothered. But if it's wrong, I'll blame you. Chest of box. Well, get in the box, get out the box, said. So, in the thrill of the chase, we were told by Forrest there are thousands of blazes. And, some people look for the blaze aspect didn't think that was possible, etc., etc. So, if you didn't try and work out what a blaze was, dang, what was wrong with you? Because, firstly, he's right. There were thousands of blazes. And most people would have just gone out looking for a blaze without knowing what a blaze was. And that was their solve. They confirmed it because of the blaze. That was their confirmation, the confirmation bias they were warned against. But hey ho. So, what is a blaze? And what of the words that Forrest Fenn used in the thrill of the chase for 2020, 10 years? 10 years. Well, yeah, just over 10 years. So, burning was a word he used. Burning into his mind, burning his hand, blah, blah, blah. The half. Well, don't see many of those that he used. The flesh, he's a miracle. Down, 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 down. To the light, walk into the light. Ray, who's Ray? I know a Ray. A ray of sunshine. Had a text message today from the moon. I know that sounds weird, but I know why I say what I say. But I did. And it wasn't meant for me, it was meant for someone else. Shaft, he's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. But I'm talking about Shaft. We can dig it. The moving finger, having wrote, moves on. Or whatever that is. However that was for Pay attention to the blaze, Forrest said. Pencil. Keep your eye on the blink. Keep your eye on the blink. Mm. Ooh, the eruption. Hmm. I wonder, is there an eruption at Old Faithful? I wonder, I wonder, I wonder. Let's do a scrapbook about Usain Bolt. Let's do some gaslighting and some moonlight and some starlight and some sunlight and the electric light. I think he went through all those lights, didn't he? And the wave. Did the hot water affect the blaze? Is that what he said? Did the hot water affect the blaze? Or was the hot water the blaze? Don't forget the wink and the dancing with the stars. We've just seen them. Have we not? Am I seeing things? Twinkle, twinkle, little star. I don't know, maybe I didn't see it. Well, carry on. The beacon. Oh, the beacon. The column. Hmm. How did Forrest do it? That's what we should be asking ourselves. I'm not going to go into all of them because some of them you don't or may not remember, but definitely talked about them. A spurt, a splurt, a flutter by, not a butterfly. Ah, how will I know Sally? How will I know old Blaze? It's a spell on you. Who will share in my passion? Said Forrest. Who will share in his blaze? You don't want to mess with his blaze. Thank Thor for holding my hand. Thank Thor. It's in the book. Thank Thor for the blaze. Maybe you deserve another blaze. Just telling what Forrest said. Perhaps you deserve another blaze because the blaze you've got is obviously wrong. Obviously wrong. You deserve another blaze. Like people did their solves based on other information, but my solves were because of this. And we have all the information you need in the words that were given to you from Forrest. Which state are you in? Oh, hang on. Whoa. Hmm. You've just seen it here. This is me resting my case. Just put it down. If you've been wise and found the blaze, spot, look quickly down. A hole. A hole. a hole. The blaze is a, not a hole, not a hole. A hole, not a hole. Because Forrest told us that he was in charge of a spot or a bomb, as he put it. But he told us, and he said, please bomb. Does anyone know about America bombing China? He asked us. Splish splash, I was taking a bath. So we have these words that Forrest used, scrapbooks that he gave us about fireworks and stuff. Jump, blaze, the learning curve. Or blaze, blaze, the learning curve. It's Forrest on Twitter with a Twitch. The first draft. That word comes around quite a bit, doesn't it? Has to be the original blaze. Let's get the cascade waterfalls going. A ball of string. Run, Forrest. And some of this stuff was told to us by Forrest. Don't forget the patch. I don't know how much you know what Forrest said, but there is stuff here that I'm not going through because I don't know how much you know. But these things you should know that he talked about. Those things I highlight because I've highlighted them for loads and loads of times. Everybody's got the fever. It was raining. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane, not the chain. The plane. Remember the links and chains that we had originally with the rods? Wasn't 8.25 miles north of Santa Fe. They were links and they were chains. All these words given to us by Forrest, all of them. It was never an issue. Drain the pond. Slip out of the window and down the fire escape. We've had fire. We've had escape. We might even get slip. Ah, here's Moses. Here's Moses. Not the first time Exodus has turned up. I don't know if I do any more that it will turn up, but other than that, these words Forrest gave us. Confirmation. Rule. Ribbon. Border. Ah, hello, Mark. The universe is at it now. Who's Mark? Lois Lane. Oh no. Better tell Dave Lois Lane's here. Tape. Did a scrapbook on it. Slip out of the window and down the fire escape. Like he could have just said blaze, 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 blaze. And then put in window or out or something like that. Hiding behind a skirt, the cover, the finger, the fold. Remember the tail and the tail. Did these obviously, but the rectangle. Remember the rectangle? Jack had a rectangle. Remember the rectangle? And the fly and the apron and the overhang. The spot. You've been wise and found the spot. Look quickly down. What does quickly mean? Chip, is that wood? Is chip wood? Of course it is. Of course it is. Ah, Berkeley Pit. Let's go down the pit. If you were going into a pit, you would look down. Maybe not quickly down, but down. Remember I told you Lilith, hello, to get you dot. What's dot? Dot is blaze. Ah, I put an IOU in the chest and I took it out and it became Ma. The mole? Not the mole. The mole is in underground. Let's do some scrapbooks on it. The bug, the brand. Remember, he branding his cows or whatever. The bug that he and 15 of the relatives came. Ah, is that a solicitor? I think it is. I think it is. These names in the chase. Who is who in the zoo? The ink, the check. Remember the checks that didn't bounce. Ah, where's cancer? I missed it. Do do do. Don't step on a crack. Pip, not bip. A pip and a pop. Is it a Dr. Pepper pop or just a pop pop? Goes the weasel. That David. Blame the knot. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. What took us so long? So the blaze is the hole. And the spot. And the eruption. Ah. So if you could find a hole with an eruption, I'd say that was the blaze. And I would say that was the spot. So a blaze is a spot where there's a hole and an eruption all together in the same place at the same time. 4 blazes. That makes sense. The crater. So we have a hole with an eruption that is a spot that could be called a blaze. And if you try the wheel, some people, they tell me that Forrest said, he did, I'll agree to it, he said it, but, little caveat, you didn't understand what he meant when he said it. But I did. See, you're not meant to solve his poem. You're not meant to read what the poem says and it's game over. You're not meant to do that. Because if you did, you would mess with it. You would have a spot that is a hole with an eruption that is the blaze. That's what you would have if you were to mess with that poem. Because with that word mess, you listening? With that word mess, what other words did you have? Hang on, let me get that case. Let me just rest it again. Thank you. So, if you were to take the word mess and put it to the Forrest Fenn poem, there would be a word which was the blaze. Don't mess with my poem. Because if you do, there is a word you need to be in tight focus with, but you need all of them. One of them won't get you there. I suppose just having the blaze wasn't enough unless you mess with it, unless you find a hole that is the spot where there is an eruption from it. So when you tell me, Mario, Forrest said, don't mess with his poem, I tell you, you weren't meant to solve that fucking poem. And if you mess with it, you have a better chance of solving it. That doesn't mean to say you have to do anything to it. That just means you have to mess with it. So we did a scrapbook about the blob. I wonder why. I wonder why. The black eye. The cavity. Try the wheel again, Mr. Pepper. We've had Pop. Now we've got Pepper. Yellowing. Oh, I did so much stuff with this stuff. What's that ink they use? Ochre. Ochre. Even did a spot with that. To the Caliph, I am dirt. Excuse me, that must be confirmation. But to the dirt, I am Caliph. Boo Boo. Ah, that's not really quite a nice name, Ben and Ashley. When you think of what it means, like, ugh. Why would anybody, ugh. Why would anybody call anybody Boo Boo? They probably don't like them. Don't please touch. Please blaze. Please mess. Please spot. Please eruption. Please hole. Corn. Crack corn and I don't care. Ooh. Star trekking across the universe. You can't go take any more, Captain. So I sing these songs and I tell you why I sing those songs. I'm so hurt. Is that the Police? Sting. An Englishman in New York. I'm an alien. An illegal alien. I'm an Englishman in New York. Wouldn't bite down hard on a biscuit if you pay attention to the aberrations just resting my case again because of the vandalizing because of the vandalizing of the spot. Just rest it again. See, if people know the spot and vandalizing is the same word, blaze, then the spot, vandalizing spot, people will be vandalizing spot, it's the same fucking word, blaze. But if you pay attention to the aberrations, just the truth, just the truth. The truth, the truth, the truth is on fire. We had a lot of talk about, the flood and lake and all sorts of things. What was it? Hebgen and all that. Man about Sunday Smarts, the spray. Then we heard the video with Dale about the bombing and the taking flak. This took me to Montana. I keep telling you. Well, Grind took me there. Lux, this flux. Ah, the monsoon. Or the mon later. Oh, there's the fire. Hang on. Fire. Slip. Have we had slip? It'll be here somewhere. Jane. Strafe in. The swathe of land. The bullet was shot. A ball of string. That's me taking flak in that video with the bombing that Forrest was explaining. Run, Forrest! If you pay attention to the aberrations. Mustang Sally now, baby. Oh, you better slow that Mustang down. Oh, look, there's Dave Soul. The cross. Crack. Pop and Pepper. Pepper and Pop. Gotta go have fun. Who was that? It was Captain Kidd. See you later, mate. Cheers. Thanks for being Invisible God beats the F out of an invisible soul in his lost thoughts. How about those Dolphins? The Miami Dolphins? Oh, I don't know. How about them? Hey, Redneck, how you doing? It's good to have you here. Well, not here, because otherwise you'd be sitting there if you're here or there. But good to have you here. Wherever here is for you, it's good to have you. So maybe you're there, not here. But in being there, you are here as well. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney. So Forrest, like the wee little fox that he is, past midnight, and he's by his fireside, or half, or whatever one of those words he used. Now, Captain came in and said, it says home of Around on the front, but it's actually the home of Brown inside, which is at the Nook. Hang on. Just resting my case. Again, we now have the home. These are the things I've said for 5 years. We now have the home of Brown, HOB, the home of Brown at the Nook, at the Hole, at the Blaze, which is a spot with an eruption. And some pretty hot water, apparently. And patina. Just seen all those words. Just seen them all. And they're all the Blaze. And if you've been wise and found the Blaze, look quickly down. So I found the Blaze. Not only did I find the Blaze, I found the Nook, which everyone was looking for. I found the home of Brown, which everyone was looking for. I found the spot, which, you see how that goes? Like all the Blaze. So here is the Nook, here is the home of Brown. You've seen the spot, you've seen the hole, you've seen the eruption, you've seen all the other stuff. And now, page 15, we're with Forrest as he's thinking about, can he make it happen like it's supposed to at K-Pro's Corner? Was K-Pro supposed to be involved with the corner of this? Maybe she's involved with a hole, maybe, but the wrong hole. The wrong hole. Like on the right side of the poem, but the wrong side of the truth. The blaze of the chase. Just rest my case again, thank you. There you go. Just put that down there. The blaze of the chase. I don't see how anyone's going to find it by looking for the blaze first. Something like that, Forrest said. There are thousands of blazes. I got a feeling it was in my gut, said Forrest. I got a gut feeling. 'Cause tonight's gonna be a good night. Find the doctor, find the treasure. What was his friend the doctor called? Just rest my case again, thank you. Just rest that there. Frisson, Dr. Frisson. The doctor is also at the blaze. Pepper is also at the blaze. The pop, also at the blaze. Everything seems to be at the blaze, at the hole that I've explained for 5 years. And here is the doctor, the blaze, Dr. Blaze, Dr. Blaze. Find the Dr. Blaze, find the treasure. Is that a royal flush? Yes, my lady. Which one was that? Oh no, which one was that? Thunderbirds? Thunderbirds are a go. Anything can happen in the next half hour. FAB. Fab. I wonder what fab means. Lord Almighty, feel my temperature rising. Higher and higher, it's burning fruit in my soul. Was Forrest on Twitter? I mean, cruising the internet, he said. Is anybody cruising the internet? Hardly any snow in the Colorado Rockies. Woo! Mega snow drought here like never before. Don't moan about not having snow unless you're an Eskimo and you've got nowhere to live. 70 degrees in Denver area today. What the heck? I grew up here. That is not normal. Yeah, these people that are in charge of us have been messing about with HARP or herpes or whatever it is they call it. Yeah, but it will all go back to normal, don't worry. Whatever normal is. They screwed up. I think Disney partly to blame because they want it to be sunny there all the time so they can make more money. Sad people. Let's mess about with the world's flipping ecosystem so we can gain more money. Or burn, baby, burn. Or we can just get rid of people from their homes by allowing nature to get rid of them. Okay. Hockey cokey. Jump, blaze, the learning curve. Jump, blaze, the learning curve? What? The blaze of the chase? What? The hoop of the dance and the blaze of the drum. Bum, 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 bum. Pay attention to the blink. Wink at the homely girl. Burn, baby, burn. Disco inferno. Burn, baby, burn. Emmett. Emmett 3D bronze. Emmett. All right, Emmett. But it's close. Hey, a blind man. A blind man. Can't find the treasure. Blind man. You can't see it for the trees. Rose, Rose, I love you with an aching heart. That was the name of my wife, first wife. And this is where I was in Wyoming. Oh, pink, the pink, the lily, the pink, the pink, the pink, savior of the human race. And this is why I'm here, to shed light on that which Douglas wanted to remain in the dark, the shed. He had a lovely shed. Did you see it? Did you see his lovely shed? He walked into the blaze. Did you see it? Douglas Preston walked into the blaze and said, "Look at my lovely blaze." And you all went, "Yeah, it's a nice shed." And he's like, "No, look at my lovely blaze." You're like, "Yeah, it's a great shed, that is, Douglas." "No, it's a blaze, look. There are thousands of blazes, but nobody knows. River bathing is best. River bathing is best. Fire. Do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Ah, the lick. Kindle. The cats and the lick. More pop. He bought a gun. The shell. The fire. Shoot down. Oh, he got shot down. Not shoot down, but shot down. Swing away. Let me just rest my case again, sorry. What's the chest waiting for? I said the other day. The clump of a boot. Got a project in his desk. The clump of a boot. One must deduce by now, that Forrest was talking about the blaze when he said that. Waiting for the clump of a boot. What does clump mean? Oh, I told you the other day, didn't I? Let's do a scrapbook about catapult. The cast. Hey, Chuck. Is that Fendi? Is that David and Goliath? Not the catapult. The sling. Is that Dizzy Dean? Is that a shy guy from Peggy, Pearl, Margaret? A Blaze guy from back east. Someone who, I don't know, worked out what the blaze was with the words that Forrest used. Oh, the ram. That's not a Miami Dolphin. That's a ram. Or the Raiders. Run, Forrest. Didn't they have a Zoom meeting? I think they did. I think they had a Zoom meeting. Buzz, buzz, a little bit. Remember the careen? The crashing sound, the elder, the tree, the window, the mirror. Cannonball Run. Casey Jones, he's the man a rolling. And Blaze on it. Those rustlers. Rocket Jet. Drive to the first chase. The Blaze of the Blaze. What? Is that the title of the book? The Blaze of the Blaze. We've already had Thrill. Now we've got Chase. And we drive to the first clue. Oh dear. Let me just rest my case again. Thank you. I'll just put that down there. So I'm starting to think it was all about the blaze, wasn't it? Like not just the blaze, but the word blaze. The word blaze means thrill and chase and hole and spot and eruption. See how it works. When you actually listen to what's being said and not just listen, understand what is being said, and this is the bit that is wise and gives you wisdom. You act on the fact that you have found the blaze in all its fucking glory, in all its truth. You took part in something called the Blaze of the Blaze. That's what you took part in. I don't care if you believe it. I don't care whether you like it. I don't care if you want to fucking believe it or like it. That is the truth. And the truth does not need your okay or your say so. It just needs to exist as the truth. I am the truth seeker and I am the truth finder and I am the truth speaker. So for 5 years or more, I've been telling you the truth and you have deaf ears. So we have the blaze of the blaze and we drive to the first clue. Did we not have start? And now we have jump, blaze, blaze, the learning curve. There are hints in the book that will help with the clues in the poem, or in English, not in Fenn speak, in English, there are words in the book that will help with the words in the poem. That is English. What Forrest uses is Fenn speak when he says the thrill of the chase. Oh, yes, I'll keep that. I'll keep it as the thrill of the chase because the thrill of the chase is the blaze of the blaze. So we jump, start the learning curve. We blaze the learning curve. Not my words, Forrest Fenn's words pertaining to the blaze because there are thousands. What was the horse's name? Oh, you need to shift, drift, and adjust. Go like put one foot down, and step on it. Where are you? Where are you? At the blaze, the hole. Look quickly down the hole. Not just look down, because looking down is from the blaze to the earth. Look up, blaze. Look down, earth. Look quickly down the hole. Not from the blaze to the earth, but from the blaze, because Google Earth doesn't go down far enough, down the hole. Blaze. If you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down. The blaze is a hole. Look quickly down. Let me just rest my case again. Thank you. I'll just put down there. I don't know how many flipping cases I've got. You won't find it on, we've had break and now, you won't find it on spring break. Remember the Beatle? Not like, John Lennon or anyone like that. Paul McCartney. The wind will move with confidence, blaze with confidence. Uh oh, uh oh, 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 throw the roll in the back of the truck. For Nan. Why is it? Why is it? Why is it? Why? Why is it that I must thrill? Why is it that I must chase and leave my trove for all to seek? Why is it I must hold? Why is it I must spot and leave my trove for all to seek? Why? Why? Delilah, diddle-diddle-diddle-diddle-dee. A flutterby. A cannon. Don't squat. Remember we've had bowl, now we've got dust. The bullet. Remember. Further up. What's he said? The blaze was blaze. The bullet was shot. Bullet and shot. Shot can be bullet, bullet can be shot. Is that what he told you? Were you listening? The bullet was shot. That's like saying the thrill was chase. The pop was Pepper or Dr. Frisson. The pop was Frisson. Not lying. Let me just rest it again. There you go. Just put it down there. For that leap that he was going to take. Is that a leap of faith? Was it a leap of faith? The same faith you have in a maverick? Do you know what maverick means? Have you any idea what maverick means? You will be so surprised. Some of it's not nice. Some of it is not nice at all, what a maverick is. But if you don't go to the edge, how will you know? It's important to know what is worth knowing and what is not worth knowing. Spring up ahead and hit up above and break. You will not find it on spring break. Blaze, blaze. Blaze, blaze. Remember the waltz? Waltzing Matilda, waltzing Matilda. Who come a waltzing Matilda with me? Let's go to the hop. Remember the scrapbook of the kite and the storm? There's Sally. Mustang Sally now, baby. You better slow that Mustang down. Why is it? Why is it? Why is it that I must go and leave? Go. Let me just rest it again. There you go. Go and leave. Means the same thing, ladies. Go and leave my trove for all to seek. Go, just said go, and leave in tight focus, but you need them all. The bullet was shot and be off like a shot. Oh, look, slip away out the window, step on the gas. They give you gas money. Slip out the window, down the fire escape, remember? We've had fire, we've had escape. We're going to have slip soon. Katie railroad tracks. Slide. Rust stains on his pants. Slide down the fire escape. Slip out the window and down the fire escape. I'm not making it up. Here they are. Here are the words within the Blaze of the Blaze book, within the thrill of the chase. Always going forwards because we can't find reverse. So everything that I'm saying is, yeah, but that's what you thought. You're not supposed to think unless it's deep thinking with logic, Street. You're supposed to listen, aren't you? You're supposed to listen, not tell Forrest what he can and can't do, not tell Forrest what you can and can't do. You're supposed to listen. Maybe you should look up the word trove and not think. Listen, please listen, because you are very, 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 I don't know how you got through school, very, very against listening. Listen to what Forrest said. I'm just going to repeat it to you, but you have to listen and then take it in because you don't know everything. Confirmation again from the spirit realm that you know nothing about. And I've never said I'm a spiritualist, by the way. Listen to what he said. No one can think my thought. These are Forrest Fenn's words, not mine. No one, not even you, Street. I don't care what sort of narcissist you are. I don't care. You cannot think the thoughts of Forrest Fenn. What does that say about your finding it in thought? Listen to what I've just said. No one can think my thoughts, said Forrest Fenn. Do you, I know you think you're special, but do you consider yourself part of the human race? Good, I'm glad you do. I, on the other hand, might not, but you do, so that's good. And as a human being, you cannot think Forrest Fenn's thoughts. He told us all, no one can think my thoughts. So shut the fuck up when you say you can, because you can't. Is that simple enough? I hope it is, because you talk some shit and you do some shit and you don't listen and you will never be the person you claim to be because of the things that you say and do. Let me just rest my case again. No one can think my thoughts. Stop using that word thought. It's irrelevant in the thrill of the chase or the blaze of the blaze. It's irrelevant. Listen. Fucking listen. It's irrelevant. Whatever you thought, whatever it was, all of those horrible thoughts that you have, whatever they are irrelevant because they are not Forrest Fenn's. They have nothing to do with Forrest Fenn because nobody can think his thoughts. You had to, it says in the poem, it was quite clear. It was quite clear. So hear me all and listen good. Quite clear. Also clear is no one can think my thoughts, which means, Street, you're pushing your narrative found in thought is bullshit. Just like you, bullshit. You act in BS with everything that you do to make out you're something you're not. Why? I don't know. But I know it's BS. I hope for the last time I've told you, because I've told you lots of times, even the spirits has told you lots of times that what you're saying is BS. No one can think my thoughts, said Forrest Fenn. You will never, ever, ever have a soul that is connected to thinking thoughts in the same way that Forrest Fenn did. You can never find Forrest at warm waters halt with your thoughts because your thoughts will not be the same thoughts as Forrest Fenn. Just rest that case again because hopefully some of those words get through eventually to someone who wants to be right all the time. It's not about me being right. This is about me telling you the truth to the point that even you, even the great street will have to admit that what I am saying is true. Even though you love to put words in my mouth, even though you like to make me out to be some kind of whatever you want, what you are, because remember, I'm the mirror. Not me. All that stuff you're doing is based on who you see in the mirror. You street, you see you in the mirror. Everything that you're doing is in response to the person you are seeing. You. Yes, you. Whatever you're writing, I haven't read it. Anything that you've said is all irrelevant. It's all irrelevant. It's pointless me even going through it because I am speaking the truth now. Unless you're admitting that I'm speaking the truth, whatever you're saying is irrelevant. No one could think my thoughts said Forrest Fenn. Because you thought a trove was blah, 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 doesn't make you right because you're street. It makes you wrong because you're street. You're street that doesn't listen to anybody but street. And street is always wrong because street is not listening to the truth. And when I say always wrong, I don't mean always wrong throughout life forever and ever. I mean always wrong in regard to the thrill of the chase when he is saying he is correct and he is the goat and he is the man. Because street, you are not the man and you are definitely not the one. And you do not choose whether you are chosen. That comes from a higher power and they choose you and they let you know that you're chosen. You see how that works? I don't know. Some people just don't want to listen, even to the truth. Oh, look. And as if by magic. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Here is the thrill. The blaze. Here is the thrill. What you would have found, listen, in the poem, if you've been wise and found the blaze, look quickly down, the blaze of the blaze. We were all looking for the blaze. And it was in the title of the book. It's the blaze of the blaze, the thrill of the chase. One person in all of this BS stayed true to the truth and to the facts. Excuse me, confirmation burp. To the truth and to the facts. And didn't let ego get in the way, street. Didn't let the narcissism get in the way, street. Didn't do anything other than listen to Forrest and do what Forrest Fenn said in English, not in Fenn speak, not in that language you didn't understand and didn't try to understand because you already knew what Forrest was thinking, even though you're told you couldn't know, even though you were told by Forrest himself, no one can think my thoughts. Every single one of you thought you were better than Forrest. Every single one of you thought you could outdo Forrest. Every single one of you said something like, I'll show you. But you didn't, did you? Because you didn't listen. You showed Forrest Fenn fuck all, apart from the fact that you do not listen especially to the truth. Now, you can carry on with your bullshit, and it will always go over my head, and I will always tell you the truth until sometime, maybe, before you leave this earth, maybe you will realize that all of the truth that I have been telling you is all of the truth. The thrill of the chase, the bulldozer that he talked about, the Pony Express, and that Cypher elbow room. I don't know. I don't know. I want to get angry. I really want to get angry because it's like, man, did you not listen? But some people are just born like that. Any part of some is better than no part of any. Out the escape. Remember, we've had slide, we've had fire, we've had escape. We just need the word slip, and we're out the window down the fire escape, sliding and getting stains. I don't know. You gotta laugh. You gotta laugh. You gotta hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more, no more, no more. Hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back no more. What have I just said? Thank you, universe. Just keep putting it there. I'll just keep resting the case. Thank you. Put it down there. The Totem Cafe Blaze. That is in the Blaze that you read. No? There it is. See, in Fenn speak, absolutely could be. 100% in Fenn speak, 100%. Totem Cafe Blaze. Oh, you read caper. Oh, okay. Oh, you read book. Oh, okay. There you go then. There you go then. Let's not, do semantics. Oh dear. Oh dear, 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 dear. Oh dear. Gets abstract. Bob. Oh no, Bob's here. Remember, let's jump. Oh, we've had jump as well. Blaze the learning curve. There are words in the book that will help with the words in the poem. Which word are we doing? Oh, we're doing blaze. Oh, those words could help with the word blaze. There's a word that, should be in tight focus with, but you need all of them. I don't know. You need metal enough to strike the trail. Who would abandon this opulent cache? Go out into the desert. Go out into the blaze. Go out into the blaze. Go out into the hole. Which way's out? If you're going out and into what? Go out into the hole. Go out into nature. Go out into the desert. Let's see. Hang on. Remember the flitter that he did with the ashes? Let's see how high the bully would bounce. How high he would. I don't know. Tiptoe through the tulips. Take a long walk on a short pier. Book it, Dano. Book 'em, Dano. Book 'em. Just rest this case again, because I was listening. I don't think you were. Which is going to affect the chest? Do you think the blaze would affect the chest if it was wind? If wind is going to affect the chest and wind is the blaze, is the blaze going to affect the chest? Because remember, the blaze is the boot and the chest is waiting for that boot in a particular way. And here we have the wind that is blaze, where the chest is, and absolutely affecting the chest. Because what is the blaze? The hot water that is shooting up into the air for all to see. And you've had the word patina. The blaze is the hot water shooting up into the air. Will it affect the patina? Will the blaze, patina, meaning the same thing, patina, blaze, synonyms. See what Forrest does? Just told you for 5 years. Explained to you for 5 years exactly what he's done. And you still haven't listened. And I've given you this fucking word more than once. This word more than once. Baby, it's cold outside. Go grease lightning. Is that Tom Cruise? Oh, he's on the lam. Like, if Sasha was here and I was to go through every word that Forrest used in those scrapbooks, she would be able to confirm that these were the words that Forrest used and talked about as a subject or highlighted in those scrapbooks. And when I say highlighted, you would have to dip your toe in it. Back engineering it. Cynthia was. No hot water there. Warm water there, sorry. Because warm means hot. There's no warm water under that bridge. At the blaze, there is. And did you blaze your toe in it? So I'm not going to rest my case on that one. I've got others that I'm going to rest my case with. So what was it that Forrest did? He went AWOL. Did he not? I'm not fucking making it up. I'm telling you, here's the Blaze of the Blaze book. Sorry, the Thrill of the Chase book. And in it, off he went. And we had AWOL more than once. And we had some French soldiers. Go and chase yourself. Oh, can I make it happen? Where is it? Where did Forrest say it was? Was it in his head? Was it in his blaze? It's not written down anywhere. It's where I said it was all along, in the blaze, because the blaze is a hole, which is a spot, the nook, the eruption, about 10 other things that I've already said that I can't remember now. But I'm sure if you listen to the video at the beginning, you'll hear them. So remember, here's Blaze. Spilt stuff on the floor, burnt the concrete or whatever from his forge. Journal of a Trapper. Just rest in this case. There you go. Just putting that down. What's the first word of that sentence? No. What's the first word of that sentence? Blaze. And if you'd been wise and found the blaze, this is what we're talking about, the blaze, we were actually in the Blaze of the Blaze, the Thrill of the Chase, that book called The Blaze of the Blaze. And to find it, the chest, you had to find the blaze of the blaze. In that book, The Blaze of the Blaze, you had to find the blaze. And to find the blaze, you had to begin. And if you didn't have it nailed down, you would have nothing. That blaze, blaze it where? Blaze it where? If you found the blaze, which is the first place that you start, and the last place that you finish. The blaze is at the blaze. See how that works? You arrive back where you started and know the place for the first time, as many times as I've told you the truth. Begin it where warm waters halt, or Old Faithful, blaze, home of Brown, you've just seen home of Brown, further up. So, warm waters halt, the blaze, don't say it isn't, because here it is, here's the word begin. Here's the word begin, where you start and finish. You start going in the canyon, which is hole, down. Not far, it's not far, but it's too far to walk. Absolutely. See, I explain everything that was said with truth. It's not far, but it's too far to walk. And if you got within 12 feet, you wouldn't see it because you're above ground and it's below ground, and Google Earth doesn't go down far enough. Now, it's not buried and it's not on land, it's in a fucking hole, and it's more likely to be in water, or at least have water around it. So you begin it, you blaze it where? Warm. Here it is. So you blaze it where? Warm. I wonder if warm is blaze. Blaze it where blaze waters halt. Well, we've had the patina. We've had wind. But I'm explaining everything that Forrest said. And it makes sense. Because it's the truth. They're not my thoughts. They're the truth. They're not your thoughts. They're the truth. And no one can think Forrest Fenn's thoughts. But he can tell you the truth. But not all the truth. In the book, capitalize the word all. Look it up. You may wake up. So begin it where? Here's the start. Jump, blaze the learning curve, remember? No, blaze the learning curve. Begin, start, begin, start, begin, start. There are words in the book that will help with the words in the poem. Remember, metal enough to strike the trail. You don't want to listen, that's fine. That's fine. But don't say I didn't fucking tell you the truth. What's this word? Street. What's this word? Do you know it? Have you heard it before? Is there any way, shape or form that you understand English yet? Blaze it where? Blaze waters halt. If you've been wise and found the blaze, found the blaze of the blaze, the book is called. If you found, what's this word? Oh, it's found. What is the word we are looking at? Oh, the word is blaze that we're looking at. If you've been wise and found the blaze, begin. See, my words are words of truth. My words are not my thoughts. They are the truth. And you don't like the truth because it proves how wrong you are. But it's the fucking truth. I don't give a shit how much it upsets you. I don't give a shit how much you try to discredit me. I do not give a shit, full stop. Because with the truth on my side, I don't need to worry about what you think at all. Truth doesn't need you to believe it. It's there. It's the truth. I found the blaze, spot, hole, wind, nook, all of those words that Forrest talked about. They mean blaze. Get it yet or not? Idiot. Oh, look, what's this? I don't know. People want to be right so much, they don't want to listen to the fucking truth that's staring them in their fucking face. Found the blaze. Am I going to be finding the put in as well? The hole. Remember, put in below the home of brown. That's where it's put. It's not a put in. It doesn't start a put in below the home of brown. Put in. That's where it was put. We've had home of brown further up. That's where it's put. Put in below the home of brown. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do really, but hey. Hey, what can you do? How do you do what you do to me? Can I blaze it happen the way that it's supposed to be? This is all about the blaze, remember? It's the blaze of the blaze. You took part in the blaze of the blaze. Whether you like it or not, you took part in that World of Forrest Fenn that said the treasure hunt was about the blaze of the blaze. Two things. The blaze is a hole and the blaze is an eruption from that hole. See how that works? Have you any idea how that works yet? Two things. A blaze is a hole where a chest was put. And from that hole where a chest was put, there is an eruption. And if you found the blaze, you will realize that that is the case. And you will realize that the words thrill and chase also mean the same. Therefore, it is the blaze of the blaze. And you are wise because you found that that was the case. That found is blaze and is begin. And those people that were looking for the blaze first absolutely can find it first. Absolutely. Begin is blaze. And where you start, please fucking listen. Wasting my time talking to people like you. Where you start is where you finish. You arrive back where you started, down, not far but too far to walk, back, began, ended. But you know the place for the first time now. Because where you begin, and if you've been wise and found the blaze, you were already at the blaze. You were at the blaze when you started, and you were at the blaze when you finished. The blaze being the eruption, but the hole that that eruption came from is where you finished. Because you do not want to be finished, or do not want to be finishing when that eruption is happening. So tarry scant with marvel gaze. Wonder what Marvel means. Harry Scamp with Marvel gaze, take the chest and go in peace. At some point in life, those of you that want to be correct, those of you that have an agenda, those of you who just don't want other people to be right and you wrong, will see the truth. When you fucking see the blaze, the light. When you wake up, because that's what this is all about. It's about waking people the fuck up. What's this word? What do you think is going to come after that word that is in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze? Let me rest my case now before we get there. Thank you. What's this? Imagine all the people, the imagination being more important than knowledge. You, particularly you, think you have knowledge that makes you better than anyone else. And that knowledge is not leading you to a very good place. Maybe the light, maybe just for fucking once in your life, see the light and realize you don't know everything. I don't know everything. I absolutely don't know everything, but I know the truth and I know BS. And I'll call out BS every day of the fucking week and I'll tell the truth every day of the fucking week. And if you don't like it, I don't give a shit. The Father. Oh, look. Coin. Coin. I wonder what that's all about. The coin. Some people. Is there a lead searcher? Define the word lead. I'll do that for you, Forrest. I'll define the word lead. Blaze. Now, I've told you so many times and you still don't listen. Listen means search. Yes, it does. Searching is listening. Listen is search. Searcher is listener. Is there a lead listener? Absolutely there is. His name is Mario Martriano. And he listened to every fucking word that was in The Blaze of the Blaze treasure hunt. And he listened to them in English, in truth, and absolutely was the lead searcher who Forrest knew in the interview with K-Pro and Cynthia and them that there was someone else who knew what he was saying. Fashion, turn to the left. Fashion, turn to the right. Ooh, fashion. So we had Douglas Preston going into a shed. Remember, further up, going into a shed that was called the Blaze. Shed is Blaze. This person also said, spare a thought for the author, for the shed. Oh, sorry, for the Blaze. The same person that said, it's too easy. That knew the fucking answers and said it's too easy and said he didn't know where it was. Hold up. Hold up. Let me just rest my case first. Put that down there. Hold up. Don't fucking tell everybody you don't know the answers when you've told Forrest Fenn the fucking answer before you put it out there. Told us that you said it was too fucking easy. You knew where it was. You had the fucking answer. You had the answer to the Thrill of the Chase poem or the Blaze of the Blaze poem and told Forrest Fenn that it was too easy. And instead of saying, what's the answer then, Douglas? He said, well, don't worry. By the time I've finished or whatever, however he worded it, it'll take him hundreds of years, 900 years. So don't give me all this fucking bullshit that you didn't know, that you went to this person's place to look for it for this old lady when you knew where it was. You had to know where it was. Otherwise, you wouldn't have known it was too easy. And then you say, spare a thought for the author, or someone does, and you say, look at my lovely shed. Totally random, out of nowhere, got nothing to do with anything other than the blaze of the blaze. Now, you may con every other fucker. I deal in truth. I don't deal in BS. So when you tell me that you know what the fucking answer is, I know that you know what the answer is. When you tell me to look at your fucking shed, I know you know what the answer is. When I am told to spare a thought for the author, I know you know what the answer is. When you say that something significant was said then, I know you know what the answer is. So don't give me no fucking bullshit. Fucking people. Just trigger me. I'm only joking, but it sounds good. Antagonistic to freedom. I bring him up because look, it's that draft. Oh, you need to see the big picture. I bet you don't even know what the big picture means, do you? Maybe you should look it up. It may, I don't know. If you haven't woke up by now, you're never going to wake up. That is that. Thank you. Thank you, universe. Thank you. I was just going to say, that is definite. That is absolutely for sure. If you have not woken up yet, you're never, ever, ever going to wake up. Ever. You'll let these fuckers running this fucking planet do whatever they want to do. And you won't fucking have a clue. Or you'll just be, happy to go along with it. Who do you want working on your car? Oh, look. Blaze the learning curve. You need a catalyst, so you'd have to catalyze it. I crafted that poem. Excuse me, confirmation. I crafted that poem. Some people think that it's just words. It was never an, confirmation. The ringing. He was a pilot. Get in the box. Get out the box. He didn't know. Pandora was in there. Oh no, Pandora opened it. Hope was in there. He wanted to give us hope out of a depression. He said, oh, what's this? What's this? There are words in the book that will help in the words in the poem. Put in below the home of brown, which is the blaze. Which is the hole. Put in the hole. Oh, look. The blaze is told you all these things, is the place. if not for my name, the name of the place, which is a hole, which has an eruption and all those other things I've said further up, it's the place. The blaze is the place. And the spot. See how that works. Because it was put in place. Put in place. Are you listening, Still Street? His special place. His place. Blaze. Blaze of the Blaze. His special place was the blaze. He titled the book after that special place in his Fenn speak. And he put in at his special place, which was a hole, a nook, and all of those other things. Do you get it yet? No? Okay. Don't matter. And the reason I talk to you straight is because you give the shit, but you don't like it when you get it. So I'll give it you. I'll take the shit. I don't care. There is nothing you can tell me about me that I don't already know about me. And anything that you say about me that isn't about me, I don't give a shit about it. Well, I don't give a shit about either, but make up what you want, say what you want, point out, I'm a nasty individual, I'm blah, 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 whatever. You can tell the whole world your opinions, but you can't make them think. Look. Thank you, universe. So there's the brew. There's Taylor. Get the hammer out. Remember, hammer under the cabin. Get it out. Your effort will be worth the cold. Be worth the cold. Remember, I fix things, blaze things, and I know stuff. I had a t-shirt with boss, the captain, the quarterback, guide, don't squat, the shepherd, move with confidence, leading you to the blaze. Did we have the bug? What did he say after the bug and the relatives? He was leading you to the bear. He told you about the bug and he was leading you to the bear. He told you about the blaze and the 15 relatives and he was leading you to the blaze. Same word, same word. No, same word, same word. In the blaze of the blaze, same word. He told you about the blaze that he killed and his 15 relatives turned up. And then he said he was leading you to the blaze after just killing the blaze. But you didn't hear that. You heard he killed the bug, 15 relatives came up, and he was leading you to the bear. But what he said was, I killed the blaze, 15 relatives turned up, and I'm leading you to the blaze. What's 15? 15 is F, 1, 1, 1, 1. Angel numbers. See, I listen. I don't think I know everything. I don't think anything. I listen to the truth. I listen to the BS, and then I make an informed opinion. So we've got the blaze, we've got the put-in, we've got the home of brown, we've got the patina, we've got the wind, we've got the nook, the hole, we've got all of it. But there's still more. There is still more. Oh, got to make it public. Flash. He's a miracle. Do, 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 do. So I said before, the blaze of the blaze. The hoop of the drum, the beat of the drum, and the hoop of the dance. The blaze of the blaze, which is the thrill of the chase, which is the beat of the drum. Coinky dink? No, just Forrest Fenn English. The beat of the drum is the blaze of the blaze, which is the title of the book, The Thrill of the Chase. No? Okay. I don't care whether you believe it or not. There it is. There it is. What took you so long to find each other, baby? This is the sound of the voice. The Pony Express. Bill around the house. Leak. Why would they use that word, says Ben and Ashley. I don't know, maybe because it's the blaze. Maybe because that's where it is. Maybe because that's the answer. The call. The ballyhoo or the hoopla. It's the spot. The spot of the spot. The blaze of the blaze. Remember, it's the place. His special spot. No? Okay. I don't care. I know the truth. There's too much truth for it not to be truth. Oh, look. We have a vent. Stay on the trail. Stay on the blaze. We were always on 5-minute blaze. That's me taking flack. Put into words. Blaze the blaze. There's a break project in the desk. Did you say desk? Forget the signal. Don't mess with my toot toot. Say what you want, but don't play games with my affection. The billboard. Oh no! Which table is that? The periodic table? Or Table Mountain? Or the table? Pay attention to detail. The blaze. Not joking. There's treasure inside. Pay attention to detail. Don't believe me? I don't care. It's the truth. Oh look, it's a spout. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Remember the stump that he saved and then he put those seeds in? Shout from the housetops. Doo-doo. That's what he wanted to do, remember? On his soapbox, remember? I blaze you, title to the gold. You are in the blaze of the blaze treasure hunt. And in order to find the chest, you had to find the blaze. Found the blaze. And if you found the blaze, you would blaze title to the gold. See how that works? Like if you found it, found blaze, he would give blaze. Years ago, I did a video saying that the words in that poem went along the lines of, I must give, you already have done, something like that. I must blaze. You already have done. In other words, you found it, I have to give it. Found blaze, give blaze. Found synonyms blaze, give synonyms blaze. You found Forrest give. You blaze, Forrest blaze. See how that fucking works? I tell you the truth. I tell you why it's the truth. They're not my thoughts. It's the truth. Here's the truth. The fact, the simple fact, simple, remember simple. The simple fact that the blaze, the word blaze, means found, means Forrest can give. Found blaze, give blaze. If have blaze, get title to the gold. Just rest this case. Just put that down there. Found blaze, give blaze. What about if you are brave? If you are brave and in the wood, I give you title. If you are blaze, I blaze you title. Is that a possibility? Is that a possibility after you found the blaze? You could blaze and in the chip wood. So here is the truth that I've told you for 6 years nearly. And you want to talk to me about thoughts that Forrest said you couldn't think his thoughts. You want to tell me that Forrest talks shit and you don't. No, sorry. I know Forrest doesn't talk shit. And I know you do. If he says you can't think his thoughts, none of us. If he says none of us can think his thoughts, and none of us did, I didn't think them. I love universe. None of us did, I said. None of us did. Including me, I said. And the universe agreed. I didn't think his thoughts. He told me. Or the universe told me. But I listened. I fucking listened. I didn't say, I can show you. I'll show you. You want to do this, Forrest? I'll fucking sort you out. I didn't do that. You did. Your own words. Not those words, but tantamount to being that. So, I've given you the truth. And the truth makes sense to anybody who hasn't got an agenda. And if you've got an agenda, then tough shit, you're still wrong. You're still wrong. Because the truth remains the truth. And it doesn't need you to believe that it's the truth. It will stay the truth now and always. So Forrest, give because you found. But even after you found, remember, I've said this in my videos, why, if you already have the chest, do you have to be brave and in the wood to give title to the gold? And here is the answer why. Here is the answer why. Here is the blaze still at the end of the poem. So, remember the mouth, those men of note. You don't want to hear it, fine. I don't know if you said you want to hear it now, you're probably still talking. You're probably the only one speaking, so there's no way I'm going to read the same stuff that comes out of your flipping fingers. Because you won't hear it. Here it comes. Let me just get this case ready. Set it all out nice and neat. Ready. What's this word, Street? Still not convinced about the truth. What's that word? I've said it, so you can say it. I've told you what it is. What's that word? If you've been wise and found the word. If you are word and in the wood, I word you title to the blaze. Forrest just admitting in his poem that if you blaze my poem, remember the word mess was there. Don't mess with it, because if you mess with it, you solve it. Don't mess with my poem. The word mess means blaze. And if you blaze the poem, he has to give. And that was not what was planned. They want to make plans antagonistic to freedom. And he had a whole card. It's called 9 Mile Hole. But that ain't good enough to beat someone who, I don't know, is a truth seeker and a truth speaker. So here is the word blaze in the word word. I wonder why I call it Forrest Fenn ABCs. So the word give, word. The word blaze, word. Oh, let me just rest another case. Let me just do that. There you go. Thank you. So I've told you that the words in the book will help with the words in the poem. Here is the word word. Here is the word hint. Hints and clues. The hints in the book, if that was hints, that would be word. That is hint. If that was hints, that would be words. And if that is hint, that is word. So the hints, blazes in the book, the hints in the book, remember jumpstart, etc. The hints in the book will help with the clues in the poem. The words in the book will help with the words in the poem. I tell you the fucking truth, and I give it to you in whatever colour this is in white. You took part in something called the Blaze of the Blaze, like it or not. That's what you took part in, and you had absolutely no idea what was it about or what it was about. None. Say none. Excuse me, none. No idea. None. A deer with no eyes. None. But I did. And I told you years ago on your show about the pros, and you hung up on me because you're a narcissistic fucking idiot. And you haven't changed in the slightest. And I've tried to make you a better person, not because I'm better than you, but because I can see the BS that you're putting out into the world is not helping you and not helping other people. And that doesn't mean to say that I'm a spiritual person, because in my own words, I fucking told you, you deaf fuck. I told you. But you don't listen. I don't know whether I'm spiritual. I'm not religious. I don't know whether I'm spiritual, Gnostic, or what. Because I don't know enough. I don't know enough to know what I am yet. Because I don't know all of the truth. Because even though I can teach, I know every fucking day I am learning, and people like you have to come into my path, or I come into yours, it doesn't matter, because I am the mirror. And you will teach me, and I will teach you. I am prepared to learn. I am prepared. Fucking love, universe. I love you. Truth. The fucking truth. I tell you the truth, and Spirit says, yep, that's the truth, Street. I hope you're fucking listening every fucking time. So I'm willing to learn. And I'm willing to teach what I already know. Am I a master of it? No. Not as far as I know. But I hope to be out of depression. So here is the word, blaze, found, blaze. All those words are there, mate. They're all there in that poem if you just, I don't know, listen and stop being an egotistical, narcissistic fucking pain in the backside. Because you could probably be a nice person if you stopped all the BS. Seriously. If you stopped all the BS, you'd probably be a great bloke. But you just love winding people up. That's who you are. I'm not going to judge that. I don't care. But don't try and make out you're something you're not. Don't try and kid me. I see you for what you are. I don't judge you for that. I don't care. I'll tell you. I'll tell it to your face. I'm not going to fucking sugarcoat it. I'll tell you the truth. Here's the truth. There are hints in the book, and they are words. And they will help with the words in the poem. And you've seen it in this video, how that spot, that special spot, that place is the blaze. And there's more to come. There is more. Let me just get this case. Thank you. I'll just put it down there. If not for my name, my hints, my words, if not for those, the blaze, the hole, all of that stuff that goes with it, if not for that, I would have nothing. All of it points to the spot. All of it, that name, all of it, everything that he said, not everything. All those hints that he gave, in all of those hints, everything that was said is pointing to the spot, the blaze, the place. Because, why street? Because it's a word, and that word is a name, and that name is Old Faithful. And you had to have faith in a maverick and faith in the fucking creator. He is the original Old Faithful. We are the faithful. That's the truth. That's what it's been called. That's what's been talked about in the scripture in regard to the faithful, the meek, faithful, we're faithful, or righteous. But we're faithful, Creator's faithful. Confirmation, not talking about God, not talking about the God, not using that God, a God, I'll give you that, but not this person called God and not this person called Jesus, because they don't fucking exist in the way that they're made out to be. Fact. So if not for my name, I would have nothing. Fair enough. The name of the blaze, if you didn't have that, you would have nothing. I can understand that. Oh, look, the babbling brooks. Can I ever shut them up? What is it? It's what they whisper. It's what they whisper. Is it what they whisper? I think it's what they whisper that is important. It's important to know what is worth knowing and what isn't worth knowing, to be clued in. Like, I don't know. If you were to look quickly down, if you were to look quickly down, you could make it happen the way that it's supposed to. Hello, Grant. Got a new motor. Would it fit on the back of a post-it note? Would the blaze, listen, I've told you all these things over years ago. Would the blaze fit on a post-it note? Well, I've told you that Old Faithful is on a stamp. There are two stamps in the fucking book, The Blaze of the Blaze. Sorry, The Thrill of the Chase to you people. There are two stamps in that book. Or Frank, if you want to call it Frank. I don't know. Read. Let me just rest it. Don't get another one. Let's just get this case. There you go. Read me what the poem says. Blaze. What's the blaze? How many times have I told you what the blaze is already? Read me what the poem says, and it's game over. Found his blaze, give his blaze. Read me what the poem says, and it's game over. Why would that be? If, as you believe, Street, and the others, as you believe, that poem in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze, is what you needed to use to get the answers. Wrong. You needed the draft, the blaze. I found the blaze, the original, the first draft. What the poem actually says, Douglas Preston saw it, said it was too easy, as opposed to what you read in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze. Now, all your ego fucking whatever narcissistic fucking bullshit mind will try to deny this truth. It's okay. That's okay. You won't be in the court giving judgment about the truth. Decent, normal, law-abiding people who are not manipulated by the magic that these people use will be. And they will see the truth for what it is. And they will see the BS for what it is. And all those involved with that BS will be seen for what they are. And that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Read me, blaze me, what the poem says, and it's game over. If you found, I must give. Told you this over and over and over for years. Warned of the consequences of believing the bullshit. But it is what it is. 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 What? Wait, what? In tight focus, with a word that is key, but you need all of them. Does that not mean in tight focus with words? There is a word, remember, we've just seen the word word. There is a word that is key. But you need all of them, which means there are words in the poem. More than one word in the poem. The answers, the words, remember, we've just seen the word word. More than one word. They are answers. The words I already know. The words I already know. In the poem. If you hear me all and listen good, here is the answer. Here is the answer. The hint you just saw, blaze. The answer you just saw, blaze. The word you just saw, blaze. I don't know. That must have been, what's his name? What's his name? Oh no, Mark Twain bloke. Huckleberry Finn. We didn't know which way was out. So we used some mountain man logic. Which way was the blaze? What's the blaze called? Old Faithful. Which way was out? Ah, the watermark. Advertising. Look at that. Light bulb. Remember? Hint at. Do, 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 do. We knew it was Sitting Bull's blaze because of the grain of the wood. Sitting Bull's pipe because of the grain. How many rules did Forrest have? 109. That has a royal vibe to it, doesn't it? That hawk. Now, I'm highlighting these. I'm assuming you know what they are, but this is the cue for the snooker, pool table, whatever. The bark, how high it bounce, blah, blah, blah. Whee! Give you some gas money. Emmett. Emmett. I know it's Emmett, but Emmett. Remember Emmett? Who could tell who killed him? Out of the nephew, the uncle, the detective, caregiver, and the housemaid or whatever. And the queen for the checkmate. And Old Faithful. And I gave you all that information, and what you did doesn't bear thinking about. Remember his 2 cents? Leading you to the bear. The weave wanted a level playing field. World stage, and each must play a part. So he talked about the radio more than once. One with Dance with the Stars, but also the radio when he was in the jungle. The telephone more than once in the jungle, and that lady, the call that he made, and the lady passing away. Oh no. It's confirmed! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. So remember, confirmed is Old Faithful, and it's the blaze because Old Faithful is the blaze. See how these words, the blaze of the blaze, the thrill of the chase, how they all come back to the blaze. Here's the cast. Bolt. It's important to know it's important to blaze what is worth blazing and what isn't. Not my words, Forrest Fenn. I'm using the word of the blaze that everyone was looking for and repeating back to you what Forrest Fenn was really telling you. It's important to blaze what is worth blazing. Because if you blaze what is worth blazing, you will see the blaze blazing. Those words that we saw up ahead or up above. Put the cards on the table. Need to know when to hold them and when to show them. fold them, whatever. Oh, naughty, naughty, naughty cup. You need to tell the truth, but not all the truth. You need to tell the truth in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze, The Thrill of the Chase. In the book, if you read it, Street, in the book, you need to tell the truth. What have you learnt? He says. Thank Thor, remember thunder, thank Thor. What have you learnt? To tell the truth, not all the truth. Leave, word. What's that? Word, word, or leave, leave. Let blaze. Born free as the wind blows. See what I did? The blaze blows because blaze is wind. It will affect the chest. Free is blaze. Blaze, 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 blaze. I'm telling you the truth, but you're not listening. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what it'll take. I don't know what it will take. How much truth is needed to prove that it is the truth? Well, he would blaze in the blaze of the Blaze book. There would be some, just telling you, it's there. You have to shift, drift, adjust, and blaze the poem. Not my words. There it is. Another word from Forrest Fenn that told you about a deep thinking searcher using logic could solve the poem. Oh, human leg. Open your heart. Rap, boy, rap. I wonder how many times I said that. Anybody listen? Nah. Did anybody take any notice of the stake that was being hammered in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze? Was that a blaze? Of course it was. Was he a marble champion? And he made sure all the girls knew about him being a champion. Because it was further back in the barn. Put in below the home of Brown. Got on his soapbox. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chimney. Chin chin. Not Tintin. Oh no. Oh, God. Don't. Untangle the clues. Unriddle. Unscramble. Oh no. Case. Let me just. Oh, it's a heavy one. This is. Oh dear. 5 years, 6 years, whatever it is, I have been putting into plain English what was Fenn speak. I've told you all about the blaze in so many different ways. It's unreal. Although the treasure is real, the story is real. It's unreal. But I couldn't have put it into any more plain English about all of the fucking words. The original, the draft. Pay attention to detail. Put in plain words. Oh no! Got 2 cases. Simplify the poem. Don't mess with my poem. Don't blaze it. Simplify the poem. People oversimplified. Overcooked, whatever it was. Simplify the poem. Blaze the poem. That's how simple it is. Blaze the poem. Word, remember, word for word, word. Hint, clues, clue in. That's it. There's your answer. Forrest told you to blaze the poem. All of us. Simplify the poem. That's all you need to do. It's simple. All you need to do. Stamp. All you need to do. Unravel. All you need to do. He told you how to do it. He told you. Told you. If you listened. Good. So, not my words. These are not my words. They're not my thoughts. They're not my opinions. They are just the truth. Difference between me, you, and everyone in the thrill of the chase is you used your bias. Did I say you didn't? Yes, you did. You used your bias about whatever you thought the answer was. I used Forrest Fenn's words to tell me what the answer was because simplify can only mean so many things. And I looked up at every fucking word that it meant. And all of those other words that I looked up, because that's what Forrest Fenn did. He looked up all the words in that poem. And if he's speaking to us, speaking to me, I was 100% sure he was not telling me all of the truth, as he said in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze. Tell the truth, just not all of the truth. So I knew when he was talking, and he knew I knew, because in that interview, he tried to stop himself by saying he was the only one that knew what he was saying. But I fucking knew what he was saying. It may have took me hours in some cases, days in others, to find out exactly what he was saying, but I knew what he was saying. And when people say he was doing scrapbooks, he was talking to the finder, it was already done. It was done. But for everybody to be on that level playing field, you all had to have the same information. So when he said, I find it funny that I'm the only person that knows what it is. So I simplified the poem. I messed with the poem because the word mess is blaze and the word simplify is blaze. And if you're supposed to simplify, then you can mess. As long as you understand why you're not allowed to mess with the poem. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am grateful. I am grateful. Every fucking time. Every time. As long as you know why you're told, why you can't mess with the poem. Brand, that's what the confirmation was for. What I said what I said, and I mean what I said. Ah, the end. Come back, baby, come back. Peg! Hello, Peg! Peggy, Peg, Pearl, Margaret. Why Peg? Oh, no! Oh, God! Oh, so many fucking cases. I blaze you, blaze to the gold. Can you guess what it is yet? Can you guess what it is yet? Can you guess what the magic word is? I blaze you. Oh, look, here's that word that I gave you in a video. Everyone was trying to sue Forrest. Everyone was trying to blaze Forrest. You were all trying to blaze Forrest. You all wanted to beat Forrest. You all wanted to be the best. You all wanted to blah, 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 whatever it was, for good reasons or for the narcissistic bullshit reasons that you fucking did it. You all wanted to fucking win. I just wanted to know what the answers were. I didn't want to beat Forrest because he was the fucking teacher. You idiot. He's the teacher, not you. You are a very, 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 lots of very poor student because you don't listen. If there is a teacher in front of you, pay attention and listen, and you might learn something. But when you turn around and say, I'm going to teach the teacher, I don't know. How did that go? Seems like you didn't teach anybody anything, not even yourself. Need a torch. Now, I am just telling you the truth. Whether you like it or not, don't care. Whether you go off and do little videos and try to get revenge for being told the truth, do it. It makes no odds to me. I don't care. People will see what I've said, they will see what you've said, and they won't have your narcissistic fucking bullshit thought process going on. So they will come to a different conclusion that you're coming to. They won't believe what you're saying because they're not in your frame of mind. They don't think like you. And they don't even care. So, scrapbook on toast. Char is shy, but he used the word as well. Use the last match. Use the last match, but forgive that small foible. Nothing to say. I've got another case to rest. This is the word brown. It's the blaze. We had the Homer Brown, H-O-B. It's capitalised. It's not brown, little brown. Not brown, little brown. Why? Why is it not a italic? Little? Why is it not a little b? It's a capital B. Because if not for my name, I would have nothing. It's the name of a place. Remember, place, we've just seen place, the spot is a name and it has to be capitalized as a place. Old Faithful is a name. And talking about Old Faithful, the home of Brown, being a place, has to capitalize the word Brown, even if you don't need Grafton, Tyler, Brown as the artist who painted said home of Brown. Here's the word brown. It is in the poem with the words and the hints and the clues, as well as home of Brown, H-O-B, Hob. It is the name of a place. Seeing the word place, seeing the word spot, seeing the word nook, seeing the word hole, seeing all of those words that talk about the place. Do you get it yet? We had the word feeling, blaze. Now we have the word gut, blaze. Forrest had a blaze, but then his blaze was wavering. His gut feeling was wavering. He did the cook, he did the brand, he did all these things. Not all of them. Here's start again, blaze, the learning curve. Catch. Wreck. Ruin. Same words. Oh no! What's this word? Blaze it where blaze waters halt. Hmm. What's the blaze? Oh, warm is Old Faithful. Old Faithful is nailed down. If you don't have it nailed down, you have nothing because it's all one fucking place. And if you don't have that place, blaze, that spot, blaze, that nook, blaze, see where it goes. It's all blaze. There are thousands of blazes. If you don't have it nailed down, you have nothing because it's all the same place. And you start and finish at that place based on the information given the words in the poem. And the words that Forrest gave you to understand, if you listen good, the words in the poem. So, those warm waters, the blaze, the home of Brown, the spot, the nook, the hole, all of it is the blaze of the blaze. The hole out of which the blaze erupts. Sad people. Did it affect the patina? Are you listening? Are you actually fucking listening? For once in your life, have a day off and listen. Here is the word warm in a poem that has the words warm waters. Also, with this word blaze is the word patina and wind, which is the blaze. Did it affect the chest? Now, those warm waters, did the hot water of the blaze, did it affect the patina of the blaze? Patina meaning blaze, warm meaning blaze, hot meaning blaze. Talking about the same place. That name that you saw, that word that you saw, meaning blaze. So, people have souls, excuse me. Oh, the sun, it's the sun is the blaze. Yes. Fucking hell. Yes. Yes. Oh, yes. Well done. The sun is the blaze, but not how you think it is. The sun is another word for blaze. So, yes, the sun is the blaze. And we'll give you the fucking answer to the Forrest Fenn poem, but not in the way that you think. You're not supposed to think. You're not supposed to have any bias whatsoever. You're just supposed to listen and follow the guide. Remember, Forrest Fenn told you he was a guide. And he would make his own flies and his own rules. And they are blazes, both of them. Now, in order for you to get the answer, remember, you've seen the word answer as the blaze. In order for you to get the blaze, you had to listen good. You had to be told the answers that Forrest already knew. No? He knew them. Oh, he knew them. And the only way you were ever going to get them is if you didn't think that you did. See how that works? Like, think about it without that narcissism. Think about it. He knows the answers. He's telling you to listen so he can tell you the answers because no one can think my thoughts, he said. So he knows you're not going to get the answer. No one's going to get the answers. There is not a fucking living person that would have solved that poem because it's the wrong fucking poem to solve. No one's ever going to solve that poem. Ever. That poem in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze, is never going to be solved as that poem, ever. No one's going to solve it. And those that say they have are fucking bullshitters. It's impossible. You can't solve that poem. It's not meant to be solved. It's meant for everybody to solve it, but they all have the wrong answer. If you listen, the Blaze of the Blaze was fake. The Thrill of the Chase was fake. Everything was fake. What makes you believe that you have the correct answer to a fake poem? Seriously, what makes you believe you have the correct answer to a fake poem? You're not meant to think or solve it. You're meant to listen and be told the answer. And Forrest knew that none of you would fucking listen. Because that's how you're brought up. So, yes, the sun is the blaze. Yes, it will help you with the solve. But no, not if you think you have to be there at 2 o'clock at such and such a time, blah, 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 blah. No, 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 that's impossible. And that's not meant for anybody specifically. That's just meant for, this is what Forrest said. So this is all that can happen. There is nothing beyond what Forrest Fenn said that can happen. Now, if you make up your own fucking rules, of course you can solve it. And of course, you'll think you've solved it. But you haven't got the correct answer because they don't align with what Forrest Fenn actually said to us. So yes, the sun can, but it's warm waters. Excuse me, confirmation. Not much longer, I hope. So they tried to kill Peggy. That's what he said in the Blaze of the Blaze. Had his shell in charge of a bomb. Pound. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Find the doctor. Remember, found the doctor as well. Dr. Frisson. Find the doctor, find the treasure. Find the blaze, find the treasure. It's what he said. It's what he fucking said. The torpedo. Chimney sweep. Strike. The raid. The shower. The pelt. Journal of a trapper. Spray. Riddle. Catapult. These are scrapbooks. Don't care whether you fucking remember them or not. Yes, they are. He was shot down. Mortar. Remember the mortar? Talked about whether shooting it in Yellowstone or somewhere to set the avalanches off. Stone. Level playing field. His flipping video with Dal talk about all that. The wreck. Bum, 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 bum. Be angry. Oh, you want me to be angry? Sorry, not angry. Just playing a role. Just giving you what you want. So if you want to do some videos and make me look out to be something that I'm not, go ahead. It'll come back on you, not me. I fucking love you. I love you so much. Thank you. Like, you don't have to. You don't have to do it, but thank you. I'm just telling you the truth. Anybody who comes against me with the wrong intentions will find out very swiftly it's the wrong thing to do. It's the wrong thing to do. I'm not, well, I suppose, okay, I am the one. I am the one. I am the one, which means I'm not the one, which means FAFO. Fuck around, find out. Talked about the stew. That man was angry, wasn't he? Excuse me, when he did that little statuette of the goat kid thing, whatever it was. Like, Spirit is just telling the truth. I really don't care. And I will give, remember what Forrest said? It was a new rope out of respect. I will give you so much new rope. If you want to go and use it, go ahead. Go ahead. You can have as much rope as you want because there is no fear here. There is no fear. I know my path. I know what I'm supposed to do, and I know how it's going to happen. And there is not a single person on this planet. Okay, there may be a single person on this planet that can change that, but only because it's good and better and not worse. So there's someone out there that can make a difference, but you know, to make it better, to make it great. Oh, you're gonna go bananas, spout bananas, rail, psycho. That's this is it. These are the things that I've been doing. Arrgh. Hey, we're sharing my passion. Have a cow. Don't have a cow, man. Be frank. Oh, dear. Tis what it is. Tis what it is. Like, people don't like what it is that I'm saying. Fine. People tell me I talk shit and then they come and watch me go live just so as they can tell me I talk shit. Why would I worry about what it is that you say if you don't believe a word that I'm saying? Why the fuck are you here? But I don't need you here. Not. I have no ego. I don't need. I don't need anyone watching. The point is to get the information out, the truth out, to help people with the truth, to help people wake up. I told you from the very beginning, this is not about likes or subscribers. I'm not on here to make, friends for life. I'm on here to tell the truth. My truth. And my truth is everyone's truth. It's what happened in the Blaze of the Blaze treasure hunt, the thrill of the chase. It's what's happening in this world right now. It's what happened in this world thousands of years ago. It's the fucking truth. Found out by doing the Blaze of the Blaze treasure hunt. And you don't have to believe it. I don't care. But you do have to wake up. You do have to put a focus on. Otherwise you might lose some weight, like Forrest. Bum, 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 bum. Not long. Nearly finished. There's that call. There's the rule. Song and dance. Is that word, seeing the word word, in the poem. In tight focus with a word that is key. Is that word in the poem? That's what he asked me. No, he said, is there a word that is key? I'm asking you, is that word in the poem? Yes. But you need all of them. One of them won't take you there. Key words in the poem. Hints that will help with the clues. If you are in focus, Blaze, with a word that is key. Here is the word focus. What is in the book, The Blaze of the Blaze, that starts this treasure hunt? Follow the 9 clues precisely. Let's rest that case. Follow, Blaze, it where warm waters halt. Follow it where blaze waters halt. Blaze it where blaze waters. Confirmation. Like the bit that fucking tells you what you need to know if you're listening. Follow the 9 clues. Follow them. Blaze the 9 clues precisely. Will lead to the end of my rainbow and the treasure. And if you focus in tight focus, in tight follow with a word that is key, a deep thinking searcher using logic will solve my poem. Guess who is a deep thinking searcher using logic? Definitely not those people that didn't solve it, because they don't know how to follow. Listen, follow, listen. Follow the 9 clues precisely, because the shadow, your shadow, what's it do? Follows you wherever you go. So the shadow knows. Remember, know was a word you just had. It's important to know what is worth knowing. The shadow knows. I don't know how much more obvious I can make it. And I say that every time. I say it every fucking time because, like, for me, it really is simple. It didn't take 5 years. I wasn't in the chase 5 years. Blaze 5 years. It didn't take that long to follow what Forrest was saying. Is it in an isolated spot? Nearly there now, definitely. Reveal. When the finger points, having grit, moves on. There's that black mark again. And that bloke mark. And the soil that was disturbed. And that bloke called Sully. And that wood. Oh, you've seen it, I think. Ah, the blade. Somebody. Cruel fellow searcher. The dot. He's in the wood. The ink, the check, the chalk. What was that bloke's name? You listening? What was that bloke's name that I keep talking about? Oh, Mark. Mark. If Mark was there, he would mark the spot. Don't you think? X marks the spot, the blaze, the place, that special place. If not for my name, I would have nothing. Like without that name, Old Faithful, which is what? What is it? What is Old Faithful? Where is it? It's the blaze, which is the name, which is why it's a capital B. It's the home of Brown. X marks the spot, being the blaze, being the. Let me just, thank you. Let me just put that case there because I think we're finished. Fucking right on cue again. X is the blaze. Old Faithful is the name, the spot, the place. Based on the words from Forrest Fenn, the hints in the book that help with the words in the poem. What were they? Were they rust stains? I'm sure stain is in there somewhere. Were they rust stains? Were they black is black? I want my baby back. Gray is gray since you went away. Oh, oh, what can I do? 'Cause I'm feeling blue. Beware the mud. Done, 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 done. So there are some corrupt people at the Blaze. And Forrest would get rust stains on his paints, and everybody would know what he had done. X mark, here is Blaze, mark the spot, and he would get rust stains. Rust stains, and people would know what he'd done. Why would they know? Why would they know? Rust, stain, blaze. Rust, stain, X marks the spot. How will they know what he's done? Because they will have found the blaze. Remember, it's just the words. They will have found the blaze, and Forrest will have to give title. So, done, done, and done. The truth is the truth. You can make up your own BS as much as you want. But if Forrest says that people will know what he has done by the rust stain on his pants, what's your reason for that? How do you explain that statement? Because it reveals, with that finger having moves on. Oh, we've gone too far. Yeah. These rust stains where X marks the spot. That's too long. Near the top, and it deserve another turn. Whee! Wink at a homely girl. So, did the hot water affect the patina? Did the blaze water? This is confirming that the blaze is that hot water that goes up and you look. Remember the word look was there. Quickly down because it's a hole. So you don't just look down, you look down. So as when you're there and within 12 feet, you can see because you can't walk, so it's not far, but too far to walk. Because you have to put a foot down and step on it. Clump of a boot, eh? Because a boot is the blaze. And someone had to find the blaze. So the chest would be waiting for that boot blaze to be found based on the word clump. So the patina is confirming what the hot water is. Remember, blaze means warm waters. Blaze means hob, home of brown. Blaze means brown. Blaze means hole. Blaze means nook. Blaze means spot. Blaze means, and the list goes on. Have you found that blaze? Which is the title of the book, The Blaze of the Blaze. A memoir, me, Mario. Me in the middle. Going backwards. Ever drawing nigh. Going backwards, left, or whatever. Memoir is me, M, A, R-I-O. Me, Mario. So, pay attention to the blink, we were told. the eruption. So now you know why he used the finger. In the Blaze of the Blaze, the Thrill of the Chase, treasure hunt, you had to find the light because that's where the advertising is. That's where the blaze is. Remember the advert? Saw it. If you see the light, you see the blaze. And you found the blaze, I give you title to the gold. Title being blaze, give being blaze. Again confirming the blaze. So Forrest told you about the light, about that aha moment. He wished he never said yes, which is Yah. Those two together is the name of the creator. Ahaya. So the truth will always be the truth, and it will remain the truth. The only time the truth will not remain the truth is if it was a lie to begin with. So the Bible, while not being a whole lie, it is not all of the truth. And yet in it is the truth, because words don't mean what you think they do. And when you change the words in the Bible, you get the truth. You understand why they lied. Rib is DNA. Eve was created from the DNA of Adam. "24 are not ribs, 24 is the chromosomes." We all have 24 ribs. There is no such bullshit of 23 ribs and 24 ribs. And so Forrest Fenn, with the Blaze of the Blaze treasure hunt, exposed the corruption. Remember, we saw it. This is what he exposed with the blaze. You'd been wise and found the blaze, which was damaged. Did you see? Why'd that go like that? That's supposed to be down the bottom. Let's do it this way now. So these people are corrupt. The whole world. The people that rule us, not govern us, rule us. Now, I said before it happened, we were at that time where there will be a false peace. That was written in the Bible. Remember how everyone jumped up and down with Trump? Peace in the Middle East. How peaceful does it seem now? This false peace. I told you that's what it was. I told you what would happen. And I'm telling you what's going to happen. And I'm telling you, these are not threats. These are not me gaslighting or staging anything or making out I'm something that I'm not. This is the truth. As it was, so shall it be. Everything has already happened. You just haven't got there yet. But Archangel Michael and the rest of them, they've seen, they know what happens. Whoever wrote that stuff in Revelations, they know what happens. I started these videos saying I didn't want those things to happen. I started these videos saying if you just give it back, if you tell the truth in this now moment, if you just do the right fucking thing, nearly everyone is a winner. And I know there's narcissists out there saying, oh, I feel like a winner. Oh, you would have been a winner. Because you wouldn't be in the situation you're in now or the situation that you're going to be in. You're fighting against something that you can't change or stop or delay. I don't know how many times I've told you. The two witnesses will be in the right place at the right time. The only proof you need of that you can't change anything, is that those things happen when they happen. They happen when they happen. Nothing stops it, nothing delays it, nothing makes it somewhere else and does something else. Those things happen unless there's no need for them to happen. Those people on death row, none of them would be there. None of them. Even the innocent ones. If everyone did the right thing. But not everyone does the right thing, the correct thing. People have agendas. Now, there are celebrities that choose willingly to go along with this BS, and you can see the ones that have done it. And there are those celebrities who haven't. And there's one in particular that I have asked Mother, Father, Source, Universe, whatever you want to call them, for them to intervene. Not just for that one, but for everyone like her. That is so scared. That is holding on. I think it is despicable what these people do. There is a celebrity out there who has a kidney. Kidney? I think it's a kidney. A kidney, not a liver. Kidney. And that kidney does not want to be in that evil son of a bitch. A transplanted kidney does not want to be in the body that it's in. The person the kidney came from must be a good soul. You might not think that there are human beings that can see energies in people. I assure you they can. And as we move forward, there'll be more and more people like that. But I am telling you, and I am telling the universe, those good people that they have tried to take over, they will be spared. There is no one, not one fucking person who wants to stay innocent, who wants to stay good. The confirmation, but have been forced down the wrong path that they don't want to go down. I ain't lying, I'm telling you the truth. It sickens me. Such a beautiful soul has to go through this. Now, I was texted today by someone I don't know called Moon. Not because they knew me, but that's how the universe works. I ask that you just spend some time. I know some people can't. I know they can't. Spend some time with yourself and just look at yourself. And be fucking truthful about what you see. If all you do in life is bring people down, if all you do in life is hate on others, all you do in life is be angry to other people, you are not a good person. I don't care if you give millions to people. I care that you give them hope. I care that you give them love. I care that you give them friendship. I care that you treat them with respect. That's what I care about. I care about love, happiness, and peace for everything and everyone. That's what I care about. And I don't know if I'm fucking spiritual. And I'm not teaching anybody to be spiritual. And I tell every fucker who listens to my videos, you don't have to believe a single word I say. Just listen. Just have a word with yourself and choose. Sometimes I've said it, I do not judge. I tell you the truth, that is not a judgment. I don't say, because you're a fucking narcissistic, miserable little twat, this, and this. I don't say that. I say, based on what you do day in and day out, what you say, how you behave, this is what you are as a truth. And you can be that person. I don't care. I'm just telling you what I see. And I don't rate whether you're a 10, a 6, or a 1. I just tell you that's what you are. Not based on what I think, based on words that describe the person you are. If you were playing football, I would call you a footballer. Based on brilliant footballers and shit footballers, if you're a shit footballer, I'd say you're a shit footballer. Not based on my opinion, based on what is a brilliant footballer and what is a shit footballer. That is not a judgment, that is an observation on what I see to be true. And I form no opinion about why you're a shit footballer, that you should be a better footballer, nothing. I just say, look, that's what I see. You're a shit footballer based on the brilliant footballers that exist. And I'll leave it at that. Now, you can choose to get nasty and get upset and get miserable about the fact that I've pointed out the truth to you, or you can become a better footballer, or you can choose a different sport. Or you can choose to stay being a shit footballer because you're happy being a shit footballer. Okay? Not going to judge you, not going to decide that you should quit or you should stay or you should try to improve yourself. Just that based on what I see, that's what you are. Choice is yours. Everybody has free will. But if you go around thinking you're a brilliant footballer and you make no effort to get better because you think you're brilliant, it would be wise to listen to somebody and say who knows the difference between a shit footballer and a good footballer, that you're shit. And everybody else, based on those parameters, the brilliance and the shit, everyone else can see your shit. Everyone else can see it. Everyone. No matter how much you say about yourself, no matter how much you say about all the other footballers who are around you, trying to make them out to be shit and you to be good, doesn't matter. None of that matters because everyone can see that you're a shit footballer. They just don't tell you. But I'll tell you because telling you will help you in one way, shape, or form because you can make a decision based on truth and not based on your own bias. This information that I gave you is truth about the blaze of the blaze. And you can say, no, it's called the thrill of the chase. It's your opinion. You're entitled to that opinion. You have free will. You can choose to call it that. And I have my free will and my opinion. This was all about the blaze. And it was all about the blaze out of the blaze. Finding the blaze and the blaze. Maybe jump. And the blaze. Confirmation there. Finding the blaze from the blaze. That's what this was. It was about the blaze of the blaze. In other words, the blaze is a place, a name, a named place with a capital B for Brown. It is a whole. It says it is a whole. It is a nook It says it is a nook. It says it's the spot. It says everything about the place. Not my words. Here is the blaze. This is what a blaze is. If you look up what a blaze is, and if you're in the blaze of the blaze treasure hunt, I suggest you find out what the fuck a blaze is and what it is you are looking for in order to unravel the blaze. Because when you know what the blaze is, guess what? Just a little guess. If you've been listening, just a little guess. You will know you have found it if you know what it is. If you think you know what it is, like if you make up this blaze and say that's the blaze, it's what you think the blaze is. This is the word blaze. That's what a blaze is. That's what a blaze is. If your blaze, the one you made up, you said was a blaze, because in your imagination, in your mind, that's a blaze. No. This is not my imagination. Confirmation. What you think? No. Excuse me. Confirmation. This is not my imagination. This is not my thoughts. This is not what I think a blaze can be. This is everything a blaze is. Everything that a blaze is. This is everything that a blaze is. If a blaze is to blemish, scratch, or stain with a mark, if that's what you're saying a blaze is. But it turns out to be any of this, which is wood. So, or it's, remember the spot, to have as a prominent attribute or aspect. This is what a blaze is. I'm not making this up. This is what a blaze is. What you think a blaze is and what a blaze is, two different things. I don't assume. To be emotionally stirred up with a negative emotion, especially anger. I wonder who that could be. To rapidly assault or annihilate by firing a series of shots continuously, contiguous, chronological, to cause an increase in temperature of an object or space. This is what a blaze is. I don't care what you think a blaze is. This is what a blaze is. To burn or set fire to. Based on English. Confirmation. English. Did anybody know I was English? Not American, making up my own fucking rules. I don't make up my rules. Forrest made up the rules. I looked at those rules. What he told me the rules were. I didn't say, come on then, old man, I'll fucking show you. I didn't say that. Someone did. Someone said that. Thought they knew it all. Said to Forrest, come on, old man, I'll show you. Yeah, okay. To declare loudly, openly, or publicly. That's a blaze. To break new ground or lead the way in doing so. That sounds like a path to travel. To break new ground or lead the way in doing so. Except it won't be new ground. Apart from NU, new ground, it will be old ground. As it was, so shall it be. It will be old ground. The type of ground that this person you call Jesus was telling us about, the Christ consciousness. He was not Christ, but he was talking about Christ consciousness, like the one way, the way and the light, or life. I see it as light. The way and the light. That doesn't mean to say I'm spiritual. That just means to say I'll go outside for some elbow room. Is that thrill? Is that thrill? Is that the blaze of the blaze? Oh, yes, it was. The blaze of the blaze. The eruption of the whole. To proceed or move at a fast speed. Well, lightning couldn't get out of his own way, so he wasn't a blaze at all. Except we talked about the blaze on a horse's forehead. To fire a gun repeatedly or indiscriminately. To burn fiercely or brightly. Bright eyes, to shine brightly or powerfully. Nearly there, and then I'm there. A sudden sharp feeling or pain. An open hearth for holding a fire at the base of a chimney, which is where Forrest was, at his home of Brown. When he was taking fire, but he had to run, Forrest, the links and chains. It was shot. The blaze was blaze. I'm not lying. The word shot, the word bullet is blaze. Now, if the bullet was shot, it is telling you that the bullet, the word bullet, and the word shot are interchangeable. Shot is blaze, bullet is blaze. A large number of things hurled forcefully through the air. All that worry about the vandalizing of the spot, the blaze of the blaze. Everybody was worried about the thrill of the chase, the vandalizing of the spot, the thrill of the chase, the blaze of the blaze. See how that works? Anybody knows what the spot is? The vandalizing. See, you couldn't find it if you were an American searcher, Forrest said, because you don't know what fucking English is. You make up your own rules and your own words, and they are not the words that Forrest used, because Forrest talked English for an English major. English. A small marks the spot, mark or flaw which spoils the appearance of something. Fly, apron, tail, skirt. It was hiding behind a skirt. The finger, the fold, the list. How many things here in this little bit? did Forrest give us? A long, narrow band or strip. Drain the pond. What state are you in? A conspicuous display or outburst. Something. Something ends the chase. Do. That should be it. A very bright display of light colour. And this one, a very large or fiercely burning fire. That's a blaze. So, I thank you for watching. Captain Kid's back. Have a good night all. Cheers, buddy. I didn't know you're back. Talking into my phone and playing volleyball isn't working out. No, I wouldn't say that would come off too well. I have some difficulties and reading takes a long time. But I end up memorising it for no reason. Hope you're feeling well, Sophia. Uh-oh. Retracted? Why? If you read numbers right to left, then why are you reading your years left to right? What? What? I don't know what that means. If you read numbers right to left, who reads numbers right to left? What? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My numbers go left to right. My years would do the same because they're numbers. I don't know what that is. Unless I tried some cabinet in stage design, found have the talent, passion, or patience for it. I went and did. I'm reading things backwards. After I thought I knew everything about cabinets, I wouldn't stay still. Cabinets? Get in the cabinet, get out the cabinet. That's what I've been told, but my body doesn't think so. I am retired too. I'm retired too. I'm retired free then. If you're retired too, I'm retired free. Wow, that takes skill and artistic talent. Everything from design to milling to installation. I'm retired now. Wow. We're all retired. We have to get together and, swap walking sticks or something. After about 30 years installing, you'll know about the cracky sounds. Oh, in your bones? Sometimes a cheap knee brace helps, I hear. Sometimes a new knee helps. I installed hardwood many years ago. I don't remember the cracky sounds. Oh dear. Might want to get a doctor to take a look. Oh, Pepper. Get a pep or a frisson. Get a frisson to have a look. Every time you walk, it makes crackies. You do know that they say that we're supposed to live to be hundreds of years old. So, if that's the case, if you activate your DNA and whatever it is that goes on in your body, you can make yourself be young again. And then those cracky sounds will go. I suppose I will have to get to that point where I can prove that. But Moses, Methuselah, only two names I can remember, David and all them others, they all lived to be hundreds of years old. And when I say hundreds, I mean going towards 1,000, not, 100, 200. So you would have to believe, based on that they weren't old and decrepit. when they were 100 or 60 or 200 because you couldn't function. You couldn't function in the old age that we know old age of now. You would have had to have been like a 30-year-old 300 person or a 40-year-old 300 person. Because Moses walked through the desert guiding those people. He was 80 or whatever. But he must have been a young 80. And if he got to 100, he must have been a young 100. Because, apparently he disappeared. But Enoch wasn't young. But the only person that we really know that was young when they left is this person named Jesus, who is a falsehood. Not the being that could have existed. That being is similar to the beings now that want to wake people up to the injustices of the world and to the way the world was. And if we get back to the way the world was, then we will all live a longer, more fruitful. Why fruitful? Abundant. Okay, those are the words coming through. I was going to say healthy and stuff like that, but those are the words coming through. So I'd say it's probably to say that we'd be better off physically and financially and knowledge and love, but all the things that abundance can be. In Roman numerals, any digit to the left of the whole number, it's the subtractive. Yes, it is. And to the left, the highest value you can reach is 81. Good luck, letter 81. Ooh, I didn't know that was the highest value you could reach. MJ, hello, and good night, apparently. Good night. Volleyball is fun. Yeah, volleyball, well, was fun. I'm one of those cracky persons. I'm one of them cracky persons who, well, I suppose I could still, do some volleyball, but I don't know how long it would last. So I thank you. I really do. This is the truth. The whole point of this was to find the blaze. Forrest made a point of saying he doesn't see anyone looking for the blaze first, etc. However that was. But that's exactly what it was. Begin is the blaze. And if you begin at the blaze and you finish at the blaze, that's it. Excuse me. And that seems like 3 or 4 clues to me, he says, once you read it out. So if you simplify the poem, you blaze the poem. And if you mess the poem, you blaze the poem. So ciao for now, everyone. Oh, I keep forgetting to move it up here. 329.29. Oh, that must be something.